Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Tuesday Talk with Dee and E. Super excited to see you today. I'm Ennis Fant, and you are?
I'm Dee Carter.
This is us. This is what we do every week. But if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't do it because we really get good feedback from you guys. You give us what you like, what you don't like, what you didn't know, what you want to know more about. So you guys brought up a topic that, shoot, I haven't done in 20 years, but telling on myself. But I hadn't forgotten about it and still know how to do it. So we're going to talk a little bit today about something you guys probably hadn't thought about. Final expense versus
Pre-need.
final expense versus pre-need. People talk about, I got a pre-need plan.
Or prepaid.
Prepaid, pre-need.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk a little bit about the difference between pre-need and a final expense plan. So I guess since I did pre-need today, I'll talk a little bit about that. And then I'll let you handle the final expense part. First of all, I sold pre-need for about 3 months. I hated it and quit, okay? I won't name the company, but whew, that was rough. Here's the thing about pre-need. Pre-need is similar to a final expense plan, but there are some differences. One is a little more expensive. You do pay by the month, but there's no flexibility. You're basically paying for your funeral in advance. You locking in a price with the funeral home. So you got to already know that's the funeral home you're going to go to when you die if you do a pre-need with them.
And hope they still there when you gone.
Yeah, and hope they still there. You pick out your casket, you pick out everything today, and you lock in the price today, okay? When you die, everything has already been planned, and the money goes directly to the funeral home, not your family. So there's some limited flexibility there, virtually no flexibility. Now, one thing that comes up, how long do you pay on a pre-need? Usually it's 10 years, all right? So after the 10 years is up and you still here, you're done and your funeral's paid for. All the family got to do is call them and everything's paid. And you done picked out everything. They don't have to be arguing about casket and all that. Now, the downside is, let's say the person dies like year 6.
Before they paid it up.
Before they paid it off. There are 2 aspects of the pre-need. Some pre-needs have a life insurance policy built into it. So if you die before you pay it off, the insurance portion will cover the balance. So the family doesn't have to come up with anything.
How likely is that though?
Unlikely. It's already high to begin with, and it's expensive. So normally what is going to happen, you die in year 6, you got 4 years left. The 4 years, the amount that the 4 years is left, the family has to come up with that. So let's recap. You pay on your funeral for 10 years, fixed cost, so you don't have to worry about inflation. This is the price you're gonna pay for the funeral no matter when you die. The funeral home is willing to eat that to make sure they got a built-in a dollar amount for you. No flexibility. The price is the price. You pay it. It goes to the funeral home when you die. You normally pay on it for 10 years. If you die before the 10 years, the family's responsible for the difference. So no flexibility.
No benefits.
Absolutely no benefits. No accidental death.
No
No confined care if you go to the nurse. None of that.
Yeah,
None of that.
no
It's
benefits.
just to take care of your funeral only. That's pre-need. So now I'm gonna back out and let you talk about something you do. Final expense.
Yes, and so final expense is a lot different. First of all, it does come with different what we call riders, but what it would be is a benefit to you having a final expense policy. A confined care benefit, critical illness? Or
chronic illness.
Chronic illness, I'm sorry. Chronic illness. And so if you do have a chronic illness, then you can get some of that policy, or depending on what type of policy, you can get the full policy amount to help pay for everything before you pass away.
And terminal illness.
Terminal illness. Yes, that's the one I was thinking about too. Terminal illness. And then also you have the option to have riders on it as far as your children. And so there's a benefit on there as well for them, that they can have a certain amount of life insurance for them as well, something that you absolutely cannot do with a pre-need. And then that money, like you said, at the pre-need, if you're not done paying for that, then your family most likely has to come up with the rest of the funds. Well, in a life insurance policy, the final expense policy that we have, you are paying on that policy, and if something happens, you have one lady pass away 2 days after
2 days
the policy, then that full policy amount that you actually got is going to be paid out to the family. And so that's the benefit of life insurance policy. Another program that we have attached to our life insurance policy, that most likely does not come with the pre-need, is the will, power of attorney. What is the other one?
Medical director.
Medical director. I always forget that one. The medical director. But
trying to stay sharp in the game.
I know it, huh? It's a lot. But it is a lot of other benefits that comes with having a life insurance policy. And so paying more for less, with a pre-need just doesn't make sense beneficial to your family either, because you still don't want them to having God forbid you pass away before that 10 years is up. You don't want them having to scramble and trying to look for funds. If you have a full life insurance policy, you don't have to worry about getting a pre-need policy and then trying to attach another insurance policy to it. Just get more than what you would just get a life insurance policy, a final expense. And no matter what age, you can get your final expense.
It gives you so much more flexibility. And the other thing that I'll throw in too, that a whole life final expense plan builds cash value.
Absolutely.
So if you need to borrow some money or take some money out of it, that policy is there. You can take money out of it. Of course, there's no money to take out of a pre-need. I just kicked you again, then I kick you every single time.
It's moving.
It's called. I'm trying to connect with the people.
Okay, I get it. But no, as well, the cash value too is a good point, because you have that option to borrow from it, or if you say, okay, well, I don't need it, I just came into this or whatever, then you get those funds back that you put into it. But your family actually, the beneficiary actually gets those funds. You can change your mind. With ours, we have a funeral concierge, and so if you say 2 years ago you wanted everyone to wear red at the funeral, now you don't care what color they wear at the funeral. You have those options to change up what you want as your casket, your urns, everything too. With your funeral concierge, they're going to make sure that they guide you through everything of your funeral. Once you do it with that pre-need, it's set, it's done. That's your choice. That's the end. You can't go back and change things. The beneficiary doesn't have certain rights to things. You can have that option inside of our final expense with the funeral concierge as well.
So it sounds like you're not a big fan of pre-need.
Well,
I thought we were just giving the difference.
If it don't make sense, it just don't make sense.
I told you. I sold it all in 2 or 3 months.
Yes.
Back in the day, and I was like,
it's not beneficial to you. It's beneficial to the funeral home, so they know exactly how much money they have coming in. And no offense to anyone that does sell them or have them, but we are actually
you got some
making
friends
sure.
that sell them.
Well, that's what they do. But
and we invited them to come work with us, and they look at it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Not doing that. And so what it is we want to make sure that you get as many living benefits as well once you get a policy, because the only thing that you shouldn't only benefit from a life insurance policy at death, because the only people that's going to benefit is your family. And so we just don't want that. And so we want to make sure that you get the best available final expense plan that is out there.
You know what? You talked more today than me. So I don't hear that I hog the thing all the time. You talk more.
Oh, okay.
All right, we're done. You done? Since you did all that.
I didn't even say. You see how you cut up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, y'all. This is another edition of award-winning Tuesday Talk with Dee and E.
Award-winning.
We haven't gotten the award yet, but it's on the way.
I'm going to hold you to it. All right, y'all. Make sure that y'all contact us with any questions, as well as if you have anything that you need looked over. We do insurance reviews as well, so we can make sure that you're getting the best benefit for what you're paying and for you and your family. All right, peace.